Jurnee, how are you?
Good to see you.
Good to see you. So to start with something like this that is so time period specific,
Mhm.
how does something like this role in a time period like this with like the backing of it being a true story help you when you're crafting a character and understanding exactly how she would function in that world during that time?
Great question. I think it being based on a true story, there's a rich, a wealth of material to pull from, research, an endless amount of books and documentaries and actual folks that you can read first person testimonies from. I read first person testimonies of agents who had investigated this. I spoke to former special agents who had worked in the Bureau of Women during that era, or since. Um, yeah, but it also creates an interesting challenge because my character is fictional,
Mhm.
um, and you know my character was actually originally written as a man, and so it requires you using a lot of your imagination and connecting the dots and really asking certain questions in order to find certain answers.
Well, now I have a question about that because I always sometimes you can tell when a character is written and they were meant to be a man and then they cast a woman instead, but she never felt like that to me. And
Thank
so when you
you.
get a character that, was originally a man that you were cast, do you get to have the freedom of like changing things and like ever being like a woman would not in this moment be acting in that way or whatever it is?
Absolutely. This happened to me on The Burial, the film I did with Jamie Foxx. It was originally written as a man too. Um, listen, all I'm doing is creating a living, breathing person. I'm lending my spirit to her spirit. So I don't behave like a man. So how I would do that character or those actions are how it's going to happen. Um, but that's a great compliment. I'm glad you couldn't tell.
You
And
never
that you
tell.
felt, real. I think in the research I find that that's where I'm able to add the layers that feel authentic and truthful. I
Mhm.
stole certain things from certain special agents. They said when I'm talking to them, I'm watching certain mannerisms that they have, or the way they wore their hair in the pictures that they sent me, or so it's based on and inspired by real people.
Yeah, and for last quick thing, I want to ask it because it is so time period specific. Do your costumes ever really help you in like how a character would move because they're not necessarily like the jeans we would wear today or the boots we would have on?
Oh gosh, yes. Those boots kicked my butt. Oh my gosh, they were so uncomfortable. And that happens to me a lot. I remember, I've done a lot of period pieces. When I
Mhm.
did Lovecraft Country, the pilot, we had a running joke that the heels kept breaking because they were from that time period, and they kept giving me blisters. And so, yes, for sure, things will change the way you walk or behave. But I think the more specific you can be with a character, the more believable and truthful they'll be on the camera.
I 100% agree. And thank you so much for talking with me today. I really appreciate it. And I can't
Thank
wait for everyone to get
you.
to see the order.
Thank you.